Hey everybody, this is Rob with the Wachter Group, and I just wanted to put out a message to say hello to our clients, to our friends, to our vendors, and just give you a little bit of idea what's going on in the market and how it's affecting us. What we notice out there is there's a lot of information, probably far too much. And what I've noticed is that everyone is either irrationally exuberant or doom and gloom. Either this is the greatest time ever and we're going to get through this and show how resilient we are, or the worst is going to happen. And what I want to assure you is I really don't think either one of those is the case. Getting a lot of questions these days about how the real estate market is. Is this a good time to buy? Is this a good time to sell? And a lot of people have very specific answers to that. Well, I'll tell you, I have the answer for that. And the answer is it depends. It absolutely depends on your individual situation. It depends on what's going on in your neighborhood. It depends on what's going on in your particular finances. Depends on what's going on in your particular employment. There's a lot of questions for that. So the reality of this situation is we're in uncertain times. And the one thing that I'm fairly certain of is that in times like this, you're going to see price challenges. You're going to see people afraid to pay the price for a house next week that they were maybe a month ago. One of the things I like to do is equate this to buying a stock, for example. Last week I checked and Apple was trading at $225 a share, give or take. And while there's a reasonable argument to make as to whether that was a safe price to buy Apple stock at, what I'm fairly certain of is that most people would not have agreed to buy Apple stock at that price 6 weeks from now. A lot of us expect that market to go down. Buying a house is very similar to that, especially in today's environment. Closings can take 4 to 6 to who knows, maybe 8 to 10 weeks, depending on our situation. So people that contracted a house last week at a certain price may or may not be willing to execute that closing 2 months down the road at that same price. That's a reality of the economic market that we're in. What are going to affect those things? The individual buyer's ability to get financing, as well as demand for that house. Some buyers may try to take advantage of sellers and try to squeeze them for a discount. And in areas where there's plenty of demand and that seller can go to another buyer, that will backfire. In other areas, what end up being what seems like a discounted price today could end up being a very good price for a seller, over the next 12 to 18 months. Now, I'm not doom and gloom, and I think that we're going to get through this, but I do think we're going to have a period of contraction of prices, and I would not at all be surprised to see real estate prices come down 10 to 15% over the next 2 to 3 months, especially if the virus restrictions go beyond the mid-April timeframe that we're seeing right now. So hold on. You're in for a little bit of a wild ride. If you need something, you want to talk about your planning, you want to talk about your housing, just call me. I would be happy to talk to you through any of these particular topics and how it pertains to you and what changes are going on in the market today. So don't believe everything you read and hear, and just remember what's true for one person might not be true for you. So give us a ring, let's talk it through, and we'll help you out. Again, it's Rob with the Wachter Group. I hope you guys stay healthy and stay safe.